All right, welcome to this new lecture. We are going to be focusing on Python syntax and how it basically, how Python syntax works and how you can um, start writing your first code using Python. So first of all, we are going to check what is the version of the Python which we are currently working with so that you can be able to know the current version. So you just type in Python version and then you enter. So we are currently using Python version 3.12.4. That's the current version of the Python which we are using. So the next thing we are going to be doing is for us to write on, the next thing we are going to be working on is for us to be able to write our first program. So, writing our first program using Python. So, what would be the first program in Python or any programming language that you probably have learned over the years is always welcome to work. So, in Python, there is the first thing you write is print hello world. So then you click here to run, and then so we want to run this Python. Sorry, I needed to save. Um, I needed to save this, but I didn't. So I'm just going to apply this. So you can see here, hello world. Now I needed to write the hello world so that you can be able to understand uh what hello world means. So in my own definition, I feel it's not uh a global phenomenon, but I feel that the reason why it's called hello world is because you are coming into a new world of programming, which is why you are being welcomed into the world of programming, and which is the simplest line of code you will ever write as you come into the world of Python. So next thing we are going to be looking at is uh, we are going to be looking at syntax in Python. So I'm going to be explaining uh, what all of this thing that we have written simply means and how it is syntax writing or syntax in Python. So I'm going to be explaining what and why we did what we did and how it is very important for you to be able to know what the print simply means. And also you have successfully written your first Python code by the time you run it. So so I'm going to be talking about syntax in Python. So the syntax here is the order for which you arrange things. That is what syntax simply means. What is syntax? Syntax simply means, let me define what is syntax. What is syntax? So syntax is the order which things are being arranged. So the first thing here is print. So print is what we use for output. So when you want to output an element or a Python code, you use print. So the first thing is print. So you need to write print before the parenthesis. So what is parenthesis? So parenthesis is the bracket open and close that you have. So this is what is referred to as parenthesis. Parenthesis. So this is referred to as parenthesis. So after writing parenthesis, the next thing is the double quote, right? So the double quote is used, so it's used um, for outputting for outputting the single code is used for outputting the single code, sorry, double or single code is used for outputting a particular type of data type that we refer to in Python as strings. So strings are text data type. I'm going to be explaining that shortly, right? So this is basically what is being referred to as syntax. Now, if from our syntax, you can be able to see that now if I come to this place and then I remove this double quote, for instance, and then I remove this double code and then I run this program, you see that it's going to tell us the program cannot run. The reason being that you have forgot a comma, and that is the double code. So the double code, it indicates to Python that you are about to output a strings, and these strings, it's not assigned to any variable. I'll be explaining what variable simply means. So this is how to run your first Python program, and I hope to see you in the next tutorials. Thank you.